Well, hello, everybody. How are you? Yes, I know it says Motivational Monday and Tip Tuesday because yesterday was a holiday and y'all, we took the day off. I actually sat down and got some rest and did some things that I needed to do. And that is so important for us to be able to go forth and go out into this world and be great. We have got to learn how to have self care. So, guys, I want to welcome you today. For those of you that may be tuning in for the very first time and aren't aware of who I am, my name is Deborah Franklin. I am an author, speaker, coach, but most of all, I work with high achieving Christian women to develop, to increase their VIP status by telling their stories and developing them into multiple streams of income. And when I see your VIP status, that means your visibility, your influence, and your profits. Well, guys, today I wanted to jump on and talk about um that we have got to learn to show up in a way that is necessary and beneficial not only for ourselves but for the people that we are showing up for. We have got to make sure that we are so together that we're not showing up as our avatar. Because one thing that I have been seeing lately is that so many people are one way on stage, another way when you meet them. Meaning, there I'm not saying that your stage persona is your real personality. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that we have got to know how to show up in our persona, in our greatness, but also when we leave that stage, we got to be able to be nice. Y'all, that's all I'm saying. Just be nice. You don't have to be rude to people. You don't have to look over people. You have to show up and be, especially, and I'm gonna say this, and I hate and I don't want to sound cliche, but when you are saying that you are a faith-based business, you've got to make sure that you are exemplifying your faith at all times. No, I'm not saying you got to be wearing the WWJD bracelet or the necklace or all of that good stuff, but you have got to show up in a way that you represent the integrity, the knowledge that you have in a way that's going to attract the people, and not only attract the people but also keep the people, showing that love in what you're doing. Because so many times, and hey, I'm speaking from experience, because sometimes I can get so caught up into what I'm doing, I may not answer the question properly, or I might be a little short in how I say it. And sometimes my face, yeah, my face is one of my is it, baby. Let me tell y'all, my face sends me off all the time. My face will talk to you before my mouth does, and so I had to start practicing, even practicing how to smile, because that's not in me. I'm not a smiler. I'm not normally. Now I'll laugh in a heartbeat, but I'm not that intentional person that's gonna smile at all times. It's just that I don't want, some people walk around and they just all happy all the time. That's not my personality, because I'll just be like, and I'm like, I'm not mean, but I'm not rude, but sometimes it can come off that way. And so that's why I said I had to learn to practice that, and I had to learn to be try to make sure I'm putting myself out to be more approachable. And sometimes and I'm just telling you, I'm just speaking from my own experience. So today's motivational moment is that I want you to be excited about who you are. Be excited about where you're going. Don't let the fear that you may be holding on the inside bring you down and stifle you from reaching your fullest potential, because sometimes that's what happens when we get ready to go out and do things. We start to let the fear jump in, and we don't and sometimes we do it unintentionally. And that's why I'm saying we have to be totally aware of our surroundings, totally aware of who's in our space, totally aware of the people that we're letting even into our circles. So we have to make sure that we are showing up in that way. Now, even down to your social media, and that's key. Your social media, your emails, how are you showing up? Are you making sure that you're proofreading? Now I'm sliding into your tips. Are you proofreading your information before you send it out? Now, I know a lot of times people say, well, just get it out, get it out, get it out. Yeah, but you can't let everything that you get out be grammatically incorrect, misspelled words, uh, things that could be arranged. Now, am I guilty of it? Of course, child. Yes, I'll make a mistake in a heartbeat. But when I figure it out, and I'm so glad that now on Facebook, or on some of your posts, you can go back and edit the post, so it doesn't have to stay wrong. It can be wrong initially, but then when you see that there's a mistake, you can go back and quickly correct it. Because I had posted something just today, and I looked at it and I said, "Ooh, that sentence is not in the right place." So was able to go back and fix that. And so that's what we have to do. And then just be consistent. When you are consistently doing what you're supposed to do, then that's what you have to look at as well. Now, one thing that I really want to talk about today is that so many of you are getting ready to drop books in the next quarter, drop books this even over the summer, getting ready to do speaking engagements, or even seeking to get different speaking engagements, or getting interviewed on podcasts. Because right now, everybody's trying to build up their calendars for guests. So if you haven't been booked on anything, you need to go start reaching out and getting those things together. But some of you might be saying, well, I want to do the podcast, I want to go get some interviews done, but I'm just not sure how to do it. Well, because I'm working on a different project, and I was running, and this is why this it was so relevant, because in my mind I'm thinking, oh, you ready, you raw. But it was like they needed some extra assistance in a few areas, and I said, well, I was getting ready to do an intensive, but I moved it up. So just for those people, if you are interested in being a part of the Amplify Your Voice 3 days, y'all, 3-day intensive, then you need to definitely join in. I'm going to put the link. I thought I put it in the thing. I'm going to put the link in the chat. And so what that 3-day intensive is going to be talking about is how to do an effective elevator pitch. Not only how to write it, but how to say it, how to deliver it, how to build your confidence in doing your elevator pitch. And somebody said, well, what's an elevator pitch? An elevator pitch is, think about it. If you're on the elevator with somebody, think about how long it takes to go, let's say, from the first floor to the 10th floor. And as you're writing, what kind of conversation could you have? If somebody was to ask you about who you are, what you do, could you answer it at the drop of a dime? Or could you introduce yourself like that? And that's what an elevator pitch is. It's something that you say that's short, quick, and to the point, and gives all the information that you need about who you are and what you do. And that is the beauty of doing that elevator pitch. That elevator pitch has to be sharp, it has to be crisp, it has to be so on point that you tell somebody all of that really quickly, but you give them enough information that they want to call you back or say, hey, why don't you come on off the elevator? See, that's the key. Not only to give your elevator pitch, but also to be able to get off the elevator and share more, or to even give them your business card. Or this is another one, guys. If it's something quick and you didn't have your business card, or they didn't have a way of taking it, ask them if they're on LinkedIn. And if they're on LinkedIn, they can scan that QR code. See, some of you may not have known about that either. So they can scan your QR code, and now you can connect. But the biggest thing about the connection is that you got to make sure that you follow up. You have got to follow up on what you're doing, so that way you stay front and center to everything that's going on. And when you do that, now you're increasing your visibility, you're increasing your influence. And so once you get into the room, now you can start seeing those profits to flow in. And that's one thing that we're going to be talking about heavily in this 3-day intensive. So we'll be talking about, and then the other thing is that you have to know why you're doing what you're doing. And I'm not going to get into too much of that. But the biggest thing is going to be developing that elevator pitch so that you can be sharp, crisp, and clear when you get ready to do that interview. And how to use your book as your leverage. A lot of times you have books, or you haven't written a book, or you're getting ready to write the book. And so even if you're getting ready to start embarking upon your pre-sales, then you can do that as well. So that all of this all works together. And those are a few of those things that we're going to be talking about in that intensive. So when you walk away from this intensive, you're going to have a powerful, powerful, powerful That's it. Say powerful. Did I say powerful? You're gonna have an elevator pitch that you're gonna be able to just be able to amaze the world with who you are and shine bright in that room. Because the key thing is that you are going to stand up. And I've been reading this book called the purple cow. The purple cow. You are going to be that purple cow. You are going to stand out when you walk into that room because you're going to have the poise, the dignity, and be able to attract those customers and those clients and those contracts that you want, because you are going to walk in empowered already. You're going to walk in with your head held high and know exactly what you're going to do. So today, I want to challenge you. Make sure that you go and sign up for the challenge. It's gonna be, I promise you, you will, for the 3-day challenge, it's gonna be fire, of course. And you'll get to work with me, and it's gonna be a 3-day intensive, and we are gonna come together and we're gonna knock it out. And you're gonna walk away you're gonna walk away with what you need. You're gonna walk away with a strong elevator pitch. You're gonna walk away with having something to post, and you're going to walk away with knowing how to book yourself on a podcast. Yeah, that's going to be key, because having all this knowledge, you got to be able to put it out there so the world can see. So get ready to increase your VIP status, your visibility, your influence, and your profits. Well, all right, guys, I love you to life, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Y'all have a great one. Make sure you drop replay. Have any questions, put them in the chat. I love to hear from you. All right, guys, have a great one. And hope no and sign up today for the intensive, and it's going to be limited. Oh yeah, and it's going to be limited spaces too, because I really want this to be personable. I want us to be able to really get in and dig deep and do what we need to do to make sure you are on that next level. Well, all right, guys, I love you to life again, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great one. Peace.